Assalamu alaikum viewers. What can I sell on ETSY? The ETSY marketplace connects people looking for unique goods with independent sellers around the world. Everything listed for sale on ETSY must be handmade by you, vintage or a craft supply all times sold on ETSY must also follow our profitable atom policy. It is your responsibility to make sure your shop and its atom are compliant with ETSY policies before buying or selling on ETSY. Please review our term of use. Here is some more information about listening atoms on ETSY: handmade atoms, vintage atoms, craft supplies, profitable atoms, listening that violates ETSY intellectual property policy, service or retail, metaphysical services or atom. What happens if I find a listing that violates ETSY policies? Handmade atoms or atoms that are made or designed by you, the seller. If you sell handmade atoms, you must physically make or create the original designs for your atoms. Includes each person involved in making your atoms or running your business in the above section of your shop. If you work with a production partner, you must disclose that production partner in your relevant listening. Use your own photographs in your listening. Read our full handmade policy. Can I resell handmade items? Reselling is not allowed in the handsome category on ETSY. Reselling on ETSY means listening on item as handmade when you, the seller, were not involved in designing or making that item. Learn more about our policy on reselling vintage items. Vintage item must be at least 20 years old. Never vintage style or quality terms are not allowed in this category. Learn more about selling vintage items on ETSY. Craft supplies on ETSY are those ingredients or materials whose primary purpose is for use in the creation of an atom or special oceans. Craft supplies may be handmade, commercial, or vintage. Party suppliers may also be sold as craft suppliers. Learn about what can be sold as craft supply. Profit of atoms. Several types of atoms or profit of from being sold on ETSY, including alcohol, tobacco, drug paraphernalia and medical drugs, certain animal products and human remains, dangerous atoms including hazardous materials, recalled atoms and weapons, hate atoms including atoms that promote sport or glorify heritage, illegal atoms, atom promoting illegal activity and highly regulated atoms, internationally regular atoms, pornography and mature content, violent atoms, including atoms that promote sport or glorify violence. Learn more about profitable atoms, listening that violate ETSY intellectual property and policy. As a venue, ETSY is not in a position to offer legal advice or determine whether your shop content infringes some else intellectual property. If you are not sure if your item infringes someone intellectual property, you can contact the intellectual property owner or consult an attorney. If ETSY receiver proper notice of intellectual property infringement, we will comply with our policy and remove the specified material. Services of rentals in general services including rentals, are not allowed to be sold on ETSY. Only servers that produce a new tangible items that meets our seller policies may be sold on ETSY. Learn more about the servers that may qualify to be sold on ETSY. Metaphysical services or items. Metaphysical services such as Reiki and spell casting or prophethood on ETSY. With these in mind, or physics reading that include a physical or digital copy of said readings, recording, email, or trade spread may be sold on ETSY. Supplies related to spell work